Social Security card scams for your HR business. They funded your lawyer. That's why you had such a good lawyer, because you would have been telling on them, right? Because you helped them. So that's where all the connectivity comes in. And whatever information that I can provide, not Jay Swift, I will, in relationship to the Fold, to the Llamas, Jessica Alexander, and everybody in connectivity with her. Because I know exactly her MO on this app. She's been doing it on this app and off for 4 or 5, longer than that. But from what I know, 4 years. I got data that goes back with her 4 years. So, y'all really tagged her in? That just tells me how very dry the well is. It's bone dry, y'all. And it also tells me how very dry the well is when you get a white woman named Aquarius up on your platform to tell the black community about technology from whiteness. And that's saying about her, she hails from Africa? Girl. All right, let's get into it. But if not Jay Swift is watching, I will get you that link. And also some more information for your file, for your records, for your safety, to protect your family. So I'll be sending that over within the next 24 hours to not Jay Swift. So let me just say this to Jessica Alexander and the Fold and Patrick and I Speak. I've already scrubbed her account. We got the footage and we got the lives. If she continues to go live and talking, you're building Jay Swift's case. Jay Swift, I suggest, and I highly suggest this, immediately get a protective order. It might not do much for what she's doing on here, but it's going to do something. Trust that. But I'm not going to talk about it here. If I decide to reach out and have a conversation with Jay Swift, I will definitely make sure that he is on point about all the fuck shit that Jessica Alexander, Patrick Genty, Anthony Highland, the Fold, the Llamas, the Pushers, that y'all are all wrapped up in. Sex trafficking, human trafficking, grooming, Social Security card fraud, credit card fraud, identity theft, all kinds of shit. And y'all got multiple agencies involved. Internationally too, because y'all just hacked a hotel server less than 2 weeks ago. And then before that, you hacked a center, a shelter, where I was volunteering, Kappa, not working, not living, volunteering. And it was because of y'all putting children in jeopardy, because y'all are hacking systems. See, when they transferred me here, they were like, you know what, we can't really do anything because it's a one-of instance. However, if it continues to happen while you're here, then we can build from that. And thanks to you, Mo, and thanks to you, Kappa, that's exactly what happened. So I'm not going to say too much more, which I can't. But you brought somebody up on the panel who admitted to shit. Y'all admitted to even more shit. And we're going to go over that footage. Because as it relates to learning up and the truth seekers and the platforms, you know I love my tech. You know I'm a techie and I'm a geek. So it's geek season, y'all. And I don't think I have listened to someone more ignorant than Kappa. No, police is probably about just as ignorant as Kappa when it relates to technology. I just want to give y'all a little bit of perspective, okay? I am 51. I'll be 52 in May. In 8th grade, so 40 years ago, is when our classroom got the first computer. The big box with the DOS and the green, the black screen with the green and, you know, that type of stuff, right? And then, you know, as technology progressed and there was like the video games, like I had ColecoVision and came with the Donkey Kong game, and then there was like, I heard in the live that because we're going to review Blaze's live, because there's a couple things in his live that when he was listening in on the footage that I wanted to go over as well, just to make some corrections and make sure everybody is learned up. You can all do your own research after this if you want to, but I can really tell out there who's getting learned up by blogs and Google, and who got learned up on books and actual lived experience. So back when I was in middle school, I got interested in computers, because we had this big ass box set in front of us and we had to learn about computers. And then we got the video games, right? So if you don't know about technology from the foundation of it, when we got that box, you know, I had always been, hey, official Madam Hill, I had always been interested in, because there's always other little things of technology back then that got started. For example, very simple things. A can opener, you remember the ones we got to use to turn and whatnot, and then there became electric can openers, right? That's technology. So even the littlest form of inventions always stimulated my mindset, my intellect, my everything. It just, my little antennas inside just be going crazy. When I listened to the audio from this Aquarius chick and Kappa, this is my, you know that emoji? That was me. I was like, oh, you remember that stuff? Yeah. So that's how far back I go with technology. And then there's the evolvement of technology to where we are today. But you can really tell. And also, I want to say this. I know people who have legacy accounts. Like they were talking about legacy websites or anything as such, like Yahoo or AOL. I know people who still have those, and there is a very specific reason that they have them. And it has nothing to do with when your email, it's really not as important in the bigger picture to continue to change emails. The only reason y'all get a lot of emails is because y'all doing a lot of fuck shit, right? And you have to create these new emails. Now there's some people who are older who have their AOL account and they don't need another Gmail or a Yahoo account or Hotmail account or any of those. They don't need any of that. You have one account, one email forever, and that's how the elders are. My dad has had the same phone number, same email. I think his is AOL. But there's no need for him to have anything else because there's certain people that aren't involved with technology, right? As technology progressed, I have, in our community, weren't afforded as many opportunities to work in the computer field because they wanted to keep it to themselves, pretty much. They didn't want us to learn up with it. But I always found a way, you know. I read a lot. Back then, when you learned up, you was learned up by books. There was no blogs, there was no vlogs, there was no internet. It was just a box and DOS. That was it. And then as it evolved, the internet came about. And then social media. I'm just going to say this one thing before we start this footage, and then I'll break down certain things. And the reason I'm going to use Blaze's footage is because he stops it multiple times, and there's entry points for me to break down stuff, as opposed, and also add to or correct things that were said in his live, as opposed to just watching the watch me work throughout. So that's what we're going to do. But the one thing that I want to say, Kappa and Bullock, and everybody else that was on that panel with Aquarius, first of all, Aquarius, bring your ass here with that tranquilizer. I dare you to bring your white ass across this border. Come on over here. since you want to tranquilize black women, since you want to tranquilize black men, y'all are sitting over there with motherfuckers that want to tranquilize you, keying in their face, and they're laughing at you, Kappa. Yolanda Dennis, do you know that PCI DSS is in direct relation to, in the context that we're speaking as far as TikTok is concerned, is in regard payment card industry data security standards. You go into this live talking about something completely different because you are leading with emotions. That white woman that's sitting in front of you, Aquarius, who wants bullet to sign her fucking life away, she only wants you to know so much. So she had you sitting there looking stupid, and we're gonna break it all down for you. So let's get started. Oh, and that one thing is, Kappa, is that PCI DSS security has nothing. That's user data, not user traffic. The server that you feel or believe or you think or you don't know is being infiltrated has nothing to do with PCI DSS. It's completely different. PCI, and you should have known that I've known this because y'all doxed an old company of mine last year, remember? And I've been told you that I've been in the fintech environment industry forever. In one way or the other, that's where my portfolio comes in. Because just like, you know, here in Canada, across the globe, merchant processing. TikTok is a merchant. Walmart is a merchant. 7-Eleven is a merchant. And all of them need processors. Different types of processors. For example, 7-Eleven would be storefront. Because you're not ordering things offline from them, right? You're just going in the store and you're using their data. You're using their machine to process payments, right? Walmart, you could do it both ways. You could do it e-commerce, or you could go in and retail, which is it's called retail at that point because of the volume. So here you go, you have retail storefront, and you have retail storefront, and then you have e-commerce, which is Walmart. And then you have TikTok, because TikTok doesn't have a storefront, but you can buy things off TikTok, right? And that's a third party, because TikTok doesn't really sell anything, not directly to the consumer. It's business to business, which is B2B. And we'll touch on Oracle. Yes, I do what, Beast? And we'll touch on Oracle too, because again, there's a lot of confusion and there's a lot of layers to technology. And I'm blessed because I was proactive very young in being interested in technology and not just one facet. For example,